Susu, Boo Boo, Buster, and that guy.
I'm fine.
The Wolfman.
I'm
He's fine.
Yeah,
He's fine.
nothing happened. We're good. Glad that you're here. Hey guys, welcome back.
Hello.
Hello, what are you eating?
Lollipop. I bit the whole
Nice.
top off of it.
Nice.
Yeah. Lemon lime.
I like lemon lime.
So we're back today.
Yeesh. This is our,
Wolfman, can you tell me what song we're going to be doing?
sure. Well, the coach said if I ran really, really fast and put the ball down after the hash mark thing, then I would, I don't know. We're gonna do
I think we just have to work harder and we'll win more games and buckle down and
that's typical. That's a great coach, Ray.
Friday night football.
Yes,
In
sure.
Van Buren, Arkansas.
Yes, sir. It's a big thing. Football around there is a huge thing, especially high school football. So we are doing for Jansen.
Jansen.
Jansen. What are we doing by Mrs. Jansen?
Wolf and Dog.
We're doing live. I will tell you, I've not seen this.
Neither have I. I've never seen
Really,
it.
I've never heard the song. I
I've
don't know
heard
anything
about it, and I'm surprised we haven't done it yet because you have some wolfy qualities.
Well, I get wolfier looking every day.
That's right. And especially wolfy now.
Yes.
You like dogs, and we have dogs.
Yes. So
Fleur-
wolf and dog.
Well,
The
Fleur
wolfman?
has a wolf behind one of her ears tattooed to represent her stage side,
Right.
and then a dog behind the other to represent her domestic side.
But she's not a dog at all. She's very pretty.
She's gorgeous.
Yes.
Okay.
So
Well,
you're
she
not
has
gonna
a
tell
dog named Fenris.
You're not going to tell your story. Because I like this story. But when you were younger, tell it. You have to tell it.
When I was
Makes me
in,
mad, by the way.
well, here you call when we were growing up, if you called someone a dog, that meant that they were ugly and undateable.
Right.
And when I was in 7th grade, I liked this boy, and I had my friends go ask him, Susan likes you, do you like her? And he said, no, she's a dog.
Dog face, he said.
Dog face, yeah.
Bastard.
And so the next year I kind of came into my own and kind of blossomed, and a lot of the boys thought I was pretty, and at that point he wanted to date me, and I said,
Yeah.
no.
Ha ha.
Haha, not you, can't
I
have
used
me.
to call girls dogs all the time, and I hate that I did now. And I'm older, I'm older because I have girls, and I would hate to think someone would, presume to call them that. But at the same time, I also look at me.
You called somebody a dog?
Did I?
You
Oh
were
yeah,
saying-
yeah, I did when I was younger for sure. She's a real dog.
Oh, you should
And
be
she
ashamed of
probably, she
yourself.
probably is like a Playboy Playgirl magazine. I don't know what that means. Anyway, so we're gonna hit this, hit it and quit it.
I can't believe you just said that. You didn't get it. There we go. There you go.
All right, guys.
All right, Wolf and
Sorry.
Dog. I think this is from this past summer or the summer before.
Okay. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Here we go.
Let's go. This will be the death of me. Silence. Peace without a battle wall. No hardship. Safety such an empty state. Suffocated by my fate. I slumber to make my blood run wild. Roam the earth to feed my mind. So lonesome. Hear the wolves howl louder, louder. Hear the dogs cry, howling, righteous with impulsive guts. Feed the wolf and feed the dog. The death of one's the death of both. My wolf and wolf, the silence within. Lead me away from the cold. Feed me. Caress the hope that beats wide. Tell my soul so close and silence won't let me run free. Let's keep the door open for I will come
All right, so I'm gonna get all this off here and we can talk amongst yourselves.
Coffee talk.
Okay, so what you think?
Beautiful. I love the imagery and that, you know, feel so conflicted and bipolar, but you have to have the wolf for the dog to live and vice versa.
Yeah, I kind of got that from the lyrics.
Feed the wolf, feed the dog. Again, the adventurous versus the domestic. And
Yeah.
I heard her say a couple of times, you know, leave the door open for when I come home, but I've got to go out.
She said, let me run free,
Mhm.
but leave the door open because I'm going to come back. So let me run free is the wolf side, but I'm going to come home because that's the dog side. Right?
hmm
Okay.
Yeah. And what did they have 2 keyboard players?
Yeah, at least 2.
Wow.
They had a guy playing organ, and I think maybe he had his organ maybe hooked up to some other stuff because they can do that now. Maybe not. But the other keyboard player was playing 2 keyboards. He had I don't even know what it was, but it looked kind of like maybe one that I used to have.
A little louder.
Sorry, guys. It looked like one that I've used to have had years ago. But yes, he had a one that had like the weighted action, which you need for playing piano parts, and then he had one that was a little bit smaller that didn't probably have the weighted action, and then they had an organ player. And like I said, the organ player may have actually been driving some different sounds as well, because I was listening for an organ, I didn't hear it.
I'm wondering how funky that one keyboard player could possibly get. Every time they showed him, he was just like all into it, making funky faces. And
You're talking about the guy in the organ, the older guy?
I guess it must have been the organ, yeah.
And that gives me hope because he was at least my age, right?
Yeah.
Or not, maybe not much younger than me. I mean, some people get gray hair early, but he had the face too. I mean,
Yeah.
not only gray hair, but the face. So that gives me hope. Maybe Flora will hear me play and tell me to take more lessons.
I think she probably. Oh, I'm sure she would love you if she met you. But
Well, it's not
yeah.
the love that Jimmy used to say.
So, what else did you think about?
Well, I had a question for you. Do you know who writes our songs?
No,
I don't either.
I think she
And-
does some of her own, at least lyrics.
Okay,
But-
that's what I meant lyrically. I will say that, and I'm probably going to get shouted down or shot for this, but I didn't think the lyrics to me were okay. And I did like the chorus where it talked about, you know, where there's all this imagery of the wolf and the dog. I mean, I got that part, but the rest of it to me was just kind of, The music was great, but I don't know.
Okay, so you liked the music, but the words didn't. Really?
Didn't do that much for me, really. I mean, and then maybe I need to look at it again, and maybe it's way too deep for me, which is very
So I
possible.
was going to say, if I had 5 minutes to explain to you at least what I think's going on, and we watched it again, you would probably feel differently. And that's just me already knowing you. That's not me like telling
No,
you
I
how to
don't take it
feel.
that.
I
I don't
just
take it that
know
way.
that there are a few things that maybe if they made a little more sense, you'd like it.
Well,
I mean, I know
I
you
get
liked
the
it,
song
but-
is Wolf and Dog, and the song is about the wolf side of her and the dog side of her.
But what
And
about the ravage, the silence within?
again, yeah, I don't know.
Right, and so I can talk to you about that.
Okay, we'll talk about that offline. And I'm more than willing to think that she's an amazing songwriter, or whoever wrote this for her is. That's not the first impression I get.
Okay.
So, well, I'll look at it again for sure. I mean, I'm more than willing. I'm not a songwriter at all.
You're
So,
talking about lyrics. What about the
lyrics.
music? Now,
Music, I love the music. I thought it was great. And I love I thought the lyrics didn't support the music, right? The music was great. To me, the lyrics just didn't support. Does that make
Okay.
any sense?
So what did you like about the music?
Just the orchestration,
Uh-huh.
just the fact that it was live.
The
I love, the
guitarist.
guitarist was great. He's playing an old Ibanez, at least I remember those from way back when they had the handle, and we saw another video with that. Remember? And this kind of the really neon orange. I loved it. It's very old school looking to me, but he was a great player, very good. All of them were good. Drummer's great. They're all good.
Yeah, she travels with the best.
Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah, yeah.
And the two singers that were doing the backup
Yes.
part.
Yeah, the girls. Yeah.
Well, yeah, I think
Yeah.
so.
It wasn't it two girls?
I can't remember. I thought there was a guy. It was a male and a female voice doing the backing.
Could be. Could be. I was watching another video earlier, and it could be that I'm getting those mixed up. But
Who knows?
eh,
Eh. All I know is I love Floor, and I've been floored again. And I like the lyrics and the music, and Wolfman is more impressed by the music. And here's Floor's autograph and her picture. Which
so how
I'm
much
gonna
did
give
we
her
pay
a
for
rating.
that? How much did we pay for that?
Nothing. Eric sent it to us.
Oh, thank you, Eric. Thank you.
He
I'm glad
also sent us the badger.
Oh man, the badger's the best. Skunk puppet, who turned out to be a badger that identifies as a skunk. Right? we made that determination.
I think that having a badger named Eric is the best thing in the world. I really do.
Yeesh.
Because it's a person's name.
It is a person.
It's like we wanted to get a dog, and I've said as a joke that we should name her Mary Catherine. Or like something really just non-dog-like, just very person-like.
Mary Catherine would be a great name for a dog.
Father McGillicuddy.
I love that.
Our dog that passed away, Zoe, in her older years, we used to call her Grandma because she was a senior citizen dog.
She's very old.
And so she's very stubborn, and she'd be out in the yard, and we'd open the door and say, Grandma, time to come
Grandma,
in. Grandma.
come on, get your ass in here.
And they're like, Grandma, damn it, get in here, running out. I was sure people, like neighbors.
The neighbors
and,
were like, man,
there's an old person being yelled at and abused. Grandma, damn it.
Get your ass in here.
All right. Well, if you
guys.
like this
Thank
video,
you so much.
please hit like, subscribe, share, notify, comment down below. Be blessed.
And please don't hurt anybody.
Nope.
Too much going on. Don't hurt anybody.